Hey y'all. So I am so excited to tell you that I am launching a Be Your Own Intuitive membership. I cannot tell you how excited I am about this, except I'll endeavor to tell you right now how excited I am about this. I had a Be Your Own Intuitive webinar course previously, which provided a lot of the foundation for this membership. However, even though the webinar was really beautiful and wonderful experience, not everybody was able to participate because of time differences and work schedules and so on and so forth. So this membership is going to be on-demand videos for you every single week for you to watch when you can on your own time. These are going to be videos teaching you how to access and work with your intuition, because as you know, everybody, I believe, everybody is intuitive. It's just about understanding what your tools are, how to access them, how to really work with your intuition in a way where you can be your own guidance system, where you can truly be your own intuitive. And I'm really excited to share all that I know with you in this membership course. I'm going to be talking about how to read the tarot, what the tarot is all about, how to read it intuitively, how to, again, really develop your own intuition and really hone it into a nicely working muscle group for you. I'm going to be talking about how I read tarot on YouTube and really just anything and everything that I know about the wild and wonderful world of intuitive development and tarot and everything esoteric. So I'm so excited to share this with you guys. So I have a link to the waiting list in the description box below this video. The waiting list is going to serve as holding your place within the membership course unofficially before I, do a hard launch pretty soon. So with that, I want the groups to, have a sort of intimacy where everyone can bond and connect if they like. And so I'm not going to have membership just open ongoing. I will open and close it sort of in waves. So this is your opportunity to join right as we launch. And I'm just so excited to be with you on this journey and share with you all that I know. I will also have a monthly Zoom meeting for everybody in the membership where I come on. You can ask me anything you want to. We can talk about all the things. We can talk about your experiences. We can answer really any and all questions you could possibly have. This is also a way for me to connect with you guys on a more personal and intimate basis, which as a teacher, I really love to do. So again, I am so excited to offer this to you. I so hope that you'll join me in this membership. I'm just so excited about it, and to really pass along all the knowledge that I've acquired onto you so that you can really be your own intuitive and be your own guidance system, because that to me is just about the most important thing that there is as a spiritual being having a human experience. So with that being said, the link is in the description box below for the wait list. And I just thank you in advance so much for joining me over there. And I'm so excited to connect with you all. And be well. Until next time. Hey Gemini, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be taking a look at your first half of November general reading here. So in your meditation, it was short but sweet. I saw a raccoon and a badger come forward, and I saw them, sort of walking forward together as a team, as a unit. And then I saw them kind of pass through like a dilapidated office building, and then they sort of went to this, felt like a skyline. Like they just walked out on the top of this high-rise building, and this glass elevator just came up to meet them. The door opened, they got on, and off they went. I got this very distinct feeling from it that this isn't just about timing and opportunity, but it feels like with raccoon and badger coming through, you have certainly put a lot of effort and momentum into getting to where you need to be and having things align for you. It feels like alignment is a really big word going along with this energy. So the tagline for Badger energy is, there is freedom in fearlessness. There is freedom and fearlessness. That is Badger medicine, right? The tagline for raccoon energy is we always see a way out of difficulty. We always see a way out of difficulty. And there's freedom and fearlessness. I feel like there are aspects that are going to be coming up for you during this time. And we do have the full moon in Taurus on the 8th of this month as well, which is very much about how we nurture ourselves and how we want our physical realities to take shape, right? But I do feel like there are elements coming up for you during this time that are going to require some sort of, when we're looking at, Badger and Raccoon energy about getting through difficulties and fearlessness, there's going to be some sort of opportunity or need for like a final push across a finish line. It feels like there's some sort of final effort or tying up loose ends before your elevator, so to speak, arrives and takes you up. But I'm really drawn to the glass because it was a glass elevator and it was a glass skyline. When we think about glass, well, the strengths of glass are that it's transparent, right? We can see through it. It allows us a greater visibility. The downside about glass is that it's fragile. It's breakable. It's not necessarily known as being altogether sturdy, right? But it's fascinating how this is coming through with going across the skyline, getting onto the glass elevator kind of as a unit. But I feel like for you, there's going to be, it feels like the medicine or the key for you is the more that you are able to see, the better. Because it feels like your power, your answers, your opportunity are going to be in how well you were able to see. So what clouds our ability to see things clearly? Fear, possibly. Then we always see a way out of difficulty with raccoon medicine. I feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunity. It feels like a saving grace, like a Deus Ex Machina coming through for you that is directly tied or only available to you if you are able to keep moving forward, even though you may not know what lies ahead, to keep moving forward and being willing to see everything that is going on and to not look away, not to avoid, not to crawl into a hole and, because it becomes too intense or you are afraid of what's going to, be there if you were to open your eyes fully. But it feels like there's this image of the badger and the raccoon walking forward in faith, knowing that they're going to be looked after, be seen after, just because they made the effort to, cross the finish line and go forward. Raccoon energy is also about resourcefulness, being aware of all the resources at your disposal and being able to see something from a magician's viewpoint, saying, I have a will of power within me, that whatever I set my mind to, I will accomplish. That's a very powerful energy to embody. And then again, that badger energy is so scrappy, it's so feisty, it's so persistent. The badger is a very formidable opponent. So when you bring together the resource energy of the raccoon and the fighting spirit energy of the badger, it feels like success is imminent. And you're being asked to really just to set your mind to seeing things, seeing the truth of things, seeing every angle of something, and that your success and a lot of the opportunity lies on the other side of high visibility. Really, really interesting. Let's go ahead and see what your cards say. Hey Gemini, let's go ahead and see what your animal energy is for the first half of November. Animal energy for first half of, oh, I love it so much with the bear on the bottom. Wow, snake, oh, beautiful. Okay, so snake energy. This is so wonderful that this is coming up for you because the snake equates to, it's a bit of a hybrid energy, but equates to that of the Ace of Wands in the Tarot, which, aces are about new starts, new beginnings. It's about creative passion, energy, wellness, being connected to your soul purpose, all of that good stuff, the actions that you take. So I like it in this context, especially when the snake comes up, because the snake is about healing, metamorphosis, and then look at this, right? This is about the completion of cycles with the tail in the mouth there, right? Completion of cycles. Now, what did we say about crossing the finish line and keeping on moving through, right? It's really fascinating how this is coming up. Now, about the vision and the eyesight and the clarity. When a snake sheds its skin, its eyes get very cloudy, It can't see very well. That's why it's most vulnerable to predators when it's shedding its skin, when it is undergoing change, right? And we're talking about, you know, visibility and seeing things. I feel like how this is coming through for you is your vision might have been a bit cloudy. There could have been some major healing going on, some major changes, some major shedding of skin. And some of it, if you think about when an animal sheds their skin, it's not comfortable. Like they have to rub their body on rocks to help get the skin off. It's not, you know, it's not an altogether pleasurable experience, but they have to go through that in order to get to the other side of it and then have the benefit of having shed that skin. I'm hearing for you, there has been maybe an uncomfortable shedding of skin in some way, shape, or form. And maybe that has affected your vision to be cloudy, because when we have a lot going on and we're healing and there are transformations happening, we could definitely feel like we're losing a bit of our equilibrium. And there's this aspect of the snake that is about healing as well, because snake is that symbol, just like for doctors, like those two snakes intertwined, is a symbol for healing and medicine, right? So it's interesting how this is coming up here for you. And I'm feeling with this, that this is another way of saying that the finish line is before you. It's like this time of transformation and healing that's been going on, you just have another, like a chunk of it to go. And it's just about like continuing on in a straight line to that finish point. Feels really important because look at the tail and the mouth here. It's coming to a point of completion. And what you need to get there is a raccoon and a badger. Oh, High Priestess, major arcana right at the top here. So this is stunning. High Priestess is very much about connecting into your intuition. We got the moon here. We're talking about the full moon in Taurus coming up. So this is about the darkness and the answers and the clarity that only lie on the other side of accessing our intuition or our subconscious, being willing to see. A tagline of the High Priestess is similar to clairvoyant energy, which is, it is safe to see. It is safe to see. Fascinating how this is coming up, the cloudy vision and the you know, glass and the translucent nature of it, right? It is safe to see. You are really being asked to really connect in with the aspects or parts of you or things around you that may be a bit difficult to look at, or you may be scared what's on the other side of it. But I'm telling you, the more visibility you give yourself to, I'm hearing like rip the Band-Aid off in some way, shape, or form, and just be willing to really take stock and accounts of what is really the best way to move forward and get through the cycle of completion. Intuition, dreams, meditation, working with the subconscious, right? What else is going on? Oh, ooh, look what's on the bottom, the Lovers. That's you, hello. Wow, Ace of Wands. So it's a double Ace of Wands, people. You know, I love this for you. Of course, we just talked about this energy. Here it's depicted as a spider. It's really stunning because, you know, spiders and the webs that we weave is really all about what we're creating. It's a 10 of Pentacles / what? High Priestess energy, which is about our legacy, things that we've learned, what we believe, and then what we want to pass on as beliefs to, you know, those who come after us, to our children, to the people that have known us, right? Our legacy that we leave behind. It's really fascinating here. You know, these lilies here represent purity. It's really bringing to mind for me because it's interesting. Remember I saw the walking through like the dilapidated like office building to the other side. This really feels like we're looking at an aspect of the past or what has been. And there's something about, if you think about cobwebs or a spider web, that takes time to create, right? It takes time to create and it takes moments to knock down or destroy. And it feels like some of the energy and how things are manifesting for you, it feels like you are very invested or care very much about, you know, the legacy that you're creating, the example that you're setting for others, and then what is going to be your long term for you, how your actions now, the actions that you do or don't take are going to affect you and or those that you love in the long term. It's really interesting. It feels like there's this distinct sense of moving forward in a calculated way. right? And speaking of moving forward, we have the Three of Wands. I love this. I love this for you. So a lot of Wands energy here, a lot of time of action moving forward. So Three of Wands is brilliant because the Two of Wands is about the foundation, right? Getting that strong, dotting those I's, crossing those T's, and having that foundation in place so that when someone comes along and is in a position to help us, to further our cause, to finance us, to be a helping hand, whatever it is, that we have the foundation set and ready so that when opportunity arises, we are there to greet it, right? This is all about being ready for opportunity that wants to come towards you. Again, with this full moon here, right? And then look, we have a sort of a moon here as well with the spider. It's fascinating. You know, I'm really drawn to the number 3 as well. Remember how we saw the raccoon and the badger and it was 2 being together, right? And then we have this elevator coming up and it's like this next step forward. You know, I'm getting a very distinct feeling around the springtime for you, interestingly enough. It feels like there's a lot moving towards that time. March is the 3rd month of the year. It feels like there's something about this time where you're being asked to connect in, really open up your visibility, be willing to shed all of that skin, but moving forward in a way that is purposeful and yet calculated so that you don't rush ahead without, you know, really thinking about the long-term effects, right? It's interesting. It's like strategy meets purpose, right? And then it feels like you're doing all this work. You're creating this web. You're steadily building it and tending to it. Your intentions are spot on with these lilies. Pure of heart, pure of intention. You want to do what's best for yourself and for everyone involved, right? Which leads you, it feels like in the springtime, to where all of the work, all of this time, this time of shedding skin and moving forward and opening up your eyes and the tenacity and the fearlessness and the everything with the badger and the raccoon, right? That tenacity, it feels like, that tenacious Gemini. Feels like, you know, I'm thinking like Tenacious D. I love Tenacious D, and it's like Tenacious G. Tenacious Gemini energy is what this feels like. Also Gemini, you know, being the twins, having that dual aspect of your reality as well, feels like it's coming through for you. But I feel like the more that you can draw on your ability to persevere and trust that all you can do is the best that you can do, and to keep moving forward with that sort of, you know, calculated purpose, the better. It feels like you are right on it. You are on it. You are exactly on the path you're meant to be on. You're going about it in a way that feels right for you, and it's going to lead you to somewhere that is just it's just like it's freedom. It feels free, it feels light, it feels like the springtime. It feels like you are doing all of this, and then in the springtime there's going to be this elevator, like this glass elevator that arrives for you, and you're able to get in it, and suddenly you have the help that you need. It's like a load taken off. It's like you suddenly, you know, have the full, you know, extent of all of the resources at your disposal, right? After having to go spend some time without all the resources, right? Having to just survive on your own, you know, energy and courage and faith and belief and calculation, right? Then suddenly it's like, oh, thank goodness. It's like a Deus Ex Machina coming in here. And it feels really, really good, Gemini. Really, really does. Let's get some advice, shall we? Some advice for Gemini. Ah, it's so good. I love it when we have repeats. 3 of Wands is your advice, but of course, see how this is really beautifully illustrated here. See the 2 wands, the foundation in the background. And again, we're talking about spring. We're talking about, I feel like the spring equinox is in March. There's something around that for you. So when 3 of Wands is your advice, it's really just like prepare yourself and trust that help is imminent. Opportunity is imminent. Movement forward is imminent. He is literally there. He is ready. He is waiting. He has everything done. He has all of his go pack all settled. He is ready. When his ship comes in, he's ready to board it. So move forward. I feel like this is saying with your advice, move forward with the knowing that you're going to get to a time come in the spring where it's time to really move on to another chapter. It's like new beginnings here, right? As a result of the foundation that you've set, the work that you've done, and going about what needed to be done. And it feels a bit, you know, change is not always comfortable. Transformation is not always comfortable, but this is healing and the ending of cycles. So you could be closing up certain cycles, and then only then will you have new ones present themselves as opportunities for you, right? Let's get an oracle. I got this new oracle deck from a client and friend of mine. I just got it, and I really, really love it. Oh, I just got Shivies. I own my inner light, guidance, and intelligence. Oh. So the owl is really mirroring this high priestess energy there. Hello. So owl and solar plexus. So let's talk about the solar plexus chakra. Feels very important. So solar plexus chakra governs our seat of confidence. We receive the world through our solar plexus chakra. So I own my inner light, owl and solar plexus, guidance, intelligence. This is really about, you know, sitting in the full seat of your own power and your own knowing, because with your solar plexus chakra, when that's in alignment, right? And when you have the owl medicine coming in here, nobody knows better than you do the right move to make at the right time and how to go about doing what you're doing in a way that works for you with all factors considered. So it is more important now than ever to really trust yourself. Trust yourself. Now, interesting, we were talking about vision and being willing to, you know, really see clearly, fully, without, you know, fear. And then we have the owl energy here, which sees just as well during the day as it does at night. So what is that? High visibility bird here. So I really like that that's coming through for you as well. And again, hearkening back to the high priestess, your intuition is informing you every step of the way. I feel like you could even access that intuition more deeply or more purposefully as well. Whether that's through journaling, meditating, whatever that is for you, even like taking, I'm seeing like with all this water, like taking a bath and really doing it with an intention of, you know, I'm going to sit and be present with what is and then see what comes out of it. It feels very powerful for you. And it feels like you're going to get the full, you know, benefit of it the more that you are able to, you know, be still, right? In a place of receiving. Because look at all this stillness with the high priestess flipping upside down with the bat and the still spider and the web. And it's interesting. The bird waiting here while the other one flies in. Stillness waiting here on the shore. It feels very much like you're in a position to really allow yourself to go about doing what you're doing and knowing that change is going to happen and that you're going to see the benefit of all the work and everything that you're putting in now. It feels really nice. It feels really, really nice. I'm hearing like, look to the spring with this Ace of Wands. Wands rule the springtime, right? Wands are the springtime. And you have so many wands here. So it's really, really beautiful, Gemini. Really, really beautiful. So with that being said, thank you so, so much for being here. I so hope that this helps and resonates. If so, please let me know in the comments. I made a video about this recently. There's something going on with the algorithm here on YouTube. People are being mass unsubscribed from the channel. So a way for you to notify YouTube that you don't want to be unsubscribed is to leave a comment and like this video. And with that being said, I'm so excited to see you guys over at my new membership that I'm launching. Again, that link is in the description box below. And with that being said, just thank you. Thank you so, so much for being here. If you're watching this, I really, really, really appreciate you so much. And most of all, and as always, just thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.